Hi guys, it's Angie. Today I'm going to talk about the Whole30 and Paleo, what the differences are, and what I did to complete my Whole30 a year ago. If you're interested, stay tuned. Hi guys, so like I said, today I'm going to talk about Whole30 Paleo. It's been 1 year, it will be 1 year tomorrow since I first started my first Whole30. I've done one Whole30, and then after that I chose to stick with the paleo type of lifestyle. So basically the difference is the Whole30, it's just for 30 days and it's an elimination diet. It's stricter than paleo. After 30 days, you can reintroduce the foods. There's a protocol in the books, and then you can see if there are foods that impact you negatively or if you're just fine eating these certain foods. So what they have in common is both there's no grains, no dairy, no legumes, no processed sugar, and with paleo, you can have honey and maple syrup, like pure maple syrup, but just no refined sugar. With the Whole30, you cannot recreate paleo type of foods, so they don't want you to make paleo pancakes with like bananas and eggs, because the idea is that you're just recreating a food that you probably have an issue with. And what you're supposed to do during this 30 days is really look at how you look at food, what impact food has on you with your mindset. So you should just stick to whole type of foods and not try to make these type of paleo snacks. So again, what they have in common is their whole food nutrition. You will avoid any foods that do not benefit your body. Any foods that have no nutritional value, you don't eat them. What you would eat though, and what is great about it, is you're going to eat meat, seafood, eggs, fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, and good quality fats and oils. You're not going to have any gluten, grains, like I said, legumes, artificial sweeteners are off the table. And that was a big reason why I actually started a Whole30. So I started last year. I weighed probably like 172, 173. I was doing Weight Watchers. I lost about 10 pounds, and then I was kind of plateauing, and I just didn't feel good. I drank Diet Pepsi every day. I had yogurt with artificial sweeteners in it. My joints hurt. I wasn't sleeping great. I had lost some weight, but I just really didn't feel healthy, and I wanted to feel healthy. To me, the biggest thing was the Diet Pepsi. I just couldn't stop drinking it. And I thought, well, this just doesn't seem right. I want to feel healthy. So I thought about what can I do so that I felt satisfied when I ate, because that was a problem too, is I was always hungry. I wanted to be able to eat healthy foods. I wanted to lose weight. I just didn't feel comfortable in my own skin, and I looked into different ways of how to eat. So I knew someone I worked with had done a Whole30 a few years back. She actually didn't really have weight to lose. She did it more as an elimination to see how things affected her gut. And I just talked to her about it, and she said, it was amazing, but she didn't necessarily lose any weight, but she felt really good. So I thought, you know what, I want to feel good. So I'm going to give this a shot. So I picked a date. So I said June 15th, this is it. Cleaned out the pantry and got my husband on board. He agreed. He did still want to be able to have alcohol, and that was kind of our deal, was, okay, I'll make, Whole30 compliant foods, and he would help me out with that, and he can still have his alcohol. I did not have any alcohol while I did the Whole30. So basically, what happened was I completed the month. I lost 10 pounds, and I just felt healthy. I felt good. I would be at work and I'd think, I'm in a great mood. And I didn't really know why, but I just felt happy. I'd go to bed at night, and what would happen before is I'd go to bed, I'd lay down, and I would just feel really bad about myself and about what I ate that day. And, I'd wake up the next morning, that would be the first thing I would think about. Like, why did I eat that? Or, I don't know. I had obviously issues with myself and what I was doing to my body. And to choose a nutrient dense type of eating, it just made me feel good and made me feel like I was treating my body like I should. I also had my physical shortly after completing the Whole30, and my blood work came out great. My blood work wasn't bad before, but it was even better. And I was curious to that because I was eating a lot more fat. I had steaks and a lot of eggs and avocado, and I was cooking everything in coconut oil or olive oil, which if you've ever done Weight Watchers, you are not doing that. I think an avocado was like 7 points, so there was no way I was blowing 7 points on an avocado. Whereas when I started the Whole30, I had avocado every day, and it's just very satisfying. So that was a great benefit. I went to get my hair done, and my hairdresser was like, your hair is really good. And I just kind of laughed her off, and she's like, no, seriously, what are you doing? Like, are you using a different shampoo? And I said, well, no, I did change how I eat. I'm, eating a paleo type of lifestyle. And she thought that was like really interesting because she really knows the difference. I didn't necessarily notice the difference, but I guess that's a hairdresser, she did. I also, since college, had experienced irritable bowel syndrome, and this impacted my life a lot. I mean, when I was first working, I'm a pharmacist, and if anyone is familiar with pharmacy, there's days if you work by yourself, to leave to go to the bathroom is a problem. If you have people waiting, depends on your staffing. But I don't think anyone wants to have to rush to the bathroom when they're at work, no matter what their job is. So I would take Imodium like every day. And there were days then I would just not eat at work because I was so nervous that I would have to go to the bathroom. So anyways, once I started eating this way, my stomach issues are gone. It doesn't even cross my mind anymore. It used to always be on my mind before. And I mean, I don't think about it anymore. And I think the best thing that's happened to me is I used to have severe knee pain in my left knee and hip pain in my left hip. I'd gone to the doctor for this when I was in my 30s. I'm 44 right now. So I think I was in my mid to late 30s when this first started happening with my knee and hip pain. And I went to the doctor, and I told him about it, and he said that it was old age. And I was in my 30s, and I thought, okay, I guess so. So I kind of just thought, well, there's really nothing I can do about it. I don't like taking medicine, even though I'm a pharmacist, and that's what I do for a living, is tell people about medicine, but I personally avoid medicine if I can. So occasionally I would take, an anti-inflammatory drug, but really I just kind of sucked up the pain. And there would be nights where I would wake up in the middle of the night because my knee hurt so much. And I didn't think this would help with it. And I actually attribute it to getting rid of all the processed oils, like vegetable oil, canola oil, by really avoiding processed foods and cooking your own meals. You can eliminate a lot of those oils. I do believe those are highly inflammatory, and it was probably, it subsided a lot after the Whole30, but then after sticking with the paleo lifestyle, probably a couple months later, I thought to myself, I have no knee pain. I have no hip pain. Like, this is amazing. And I can't even describe just how awesome it is to not have that pain, and how I thought, like, I don't know, I don't consider myself old, and I just feel a lot younger now. And when you have pains like that, I think it makes you in the mindset of like, oh, I'm getting older, I just kind of have to deal with the pain. But I would say that's a big fat no. And, you know, put into your body things that are going to make you feel good, and I think it will. So again, my big thing was the knee hip pain. I did like losing the 10 pounds as well, and I've been able to maintain my weight for this past year, which I think has been another great thing. So, like I said, after I completed the Whole30, I stuck with paleo. And with paleo, then I could add in, some dark chocolate, occasionally have some maple syrup or honey, if I want something a little sweet. And there have been days where, I've slipped up, or I've chosen to have, like, there's this Thai place and I really love their food. So I'll have that on occasion, but I jump right back into my paleo template after that. And to me, it's just really easy. And I've never done a diet before where I've been so confident that I can get back on track. It's kind of been before, like, if I ate something bad that morning or something, high in points, or I would just think, oh, well, today's ruined. So I would just really eat whatever for the rest of the day. And who knows, that might go on for several other days. But I do find eating this way, I'll stick to, nutrient dense foods. Occasionally I'll have a treat, I'll have a glass of wine, I'll have even some cheese, but then I get right back on track. And I can do that, still feel good, my hip and knee still feels great, and I'm able to still maintain this weight. And I just feel really good about that. So basically what you're going to want to do if you choose to do a Whole30 is pick a start date and put it on your calendar, get yourself ready. It depends on where you're at right now with how you eat anyways, how it's going to go. If you eat a lot of processed foods, a lot of sugary foods, it's going to be harder, no doubt about it. And but not to say you can't do it, because you certainly can, and that's kind of where I was at when I started it. So pick a date, tell people, especially people you're living with or your close friends, so that way, they'll know that if it's every weekend you go out for drinks and, eat crappy food, you're not going to do that during those 30 days. You can still go out, but, you're not going to have an alcoholic beverage, and you're not going to eat crappy food. So you just had to make some adjustments. Get your house ready, so clean your pantry. You don't want to have tempting treats on hand. You may think, oh, I'll be just fine, I won't eat it, but you'd be surprised how desperate you get, once you're probably day 5, 6 into this. The first day or two, you might be like, oh, this is easy, or the first day even, oh, this is great. But then as you get into it more and more, then you start to miss things. So, you really need to not set yourself up to fail. And by having your house ready, you'll set yourself up to succeed. You want to make sure you measure yourself before and after. That's other, I actually didn't measure myself, and I'm a little disappointed that I didn't. But I had the scale victory. You don't want to weigh yourself during the Whole30, but weigh yourself before. Do your measurements before, and then weigh yourself after and do your measurements after. My top 5 picks or tips, these would be my top 5 tips right now, would be to take photos of yourself, which I'm showing a couple photos of myself before and after, and I'll also show one of me now. But photos are a great way to see, hey, this made a big difference. How your clothes fit will also show you the difference that it made. Make sure you meal prep plan your meals ahead. I think it's really important to make sure that you eat flavorful meals. So, I like to add lemon, ginger, chili powder, chili sauce, balsamic vinegar, rice vinegar, fish sauce. What else do I use? Salt, obviously. Get some good quality salt. Use Celtic sea salt, Himalayan salt. You don't have to really be shy with salt when you eat this way, because you are eliminating processed foods, which is, where you would normally get a lot of sodium. So I use a lot of salt. I'm heavy with the salt hand. And cook with some bacon fat. Yummy. Cooking up some veggies. Add, what I do is I'll cook up some good quality bacon, nitrate free, and I'll keep the bacon fat in a little container, like a glass jar, and then I'll keep it on the countertop. And when I cook up something and I want to add a little extra flavor to it, just take a little scoop of bacon fat, add it right in there. Yum! It's awesome. You're not supposed to snack on Whole30. Sorry, I need my coffee. You're not supposed to snack on Whole30. However, I would suggest that you keep snacks on you, because there's going to come times where you're in a situation that you're hungry and your options, are not good. So rather than make a bad choice, keep some stuff on you, like macadamia nuts, chomp sticks, or any of those grass-fed beef sticks. I remember being at a July 4th party last year, because like I said, I started it June 15th, and I had a bag of hazelnuts from Trader Joe's in my purse. That saved me. I had a couple things that they had at the buffet that they had laid out, but most things were not compliant for Whole30, and I was hungry, and I'm at this party and I'm going to be there for a few hours, so I was just really happy that I had a bag of nuts on me, and it really helped me out. And there have been other situations too where I was hungry and I'm at a place, my son plays hockey, so I'm at an ice arena, and I would keep like a Larabar on me, and that saved me also at times. So try to avoid snacking if you can, or it just means that you need to eat more during your meals. But if you have to, it's better to do that than to have something that's not compliant. Something else I would suggest too is, if you're going to go out to eat, there's usually a form of salad that you can have, worst case scenario, if that's your only option, and just, have them hold the cheese. I would also probably carry on you some salad dressing that's made with good oils, because what you'll find is a lot of the dressings that are made at restaurants contain sugar, and they also have probably vegetable oils in it. So I would keep like a bottle of Primal Kitchen in my purse, which made with avocado oil. At my workplace, I just keep a bottle of extra virgin olive oil and some good salt and balsamic vinegar. So I don't want to carry all that stuff around, but it helps make a better decision when you're at a restaurant and you're not sure what to do. And I would not enjoy my salad if I had to eat it plain. So, if you're embarrassed to do that, to bring a salad dressing with you, maybe just see if they have rice wine vinegar, something like that, or red wine vinegar, sorry, to put on your salad. Speaking of coffee, so I think coffee is one of the big pain points for people. What I have done, I used to put Coffee Mate, Splenda in my coffee, Toriano, I don't even know how to pronounce it, flavored syrup, a lot of artificial grossness. The thought of it now, at the time, obviously I enjoyed it, but the thought of it now gives me the heebie-jeebies. So what helped me with the Whole30, knowing that I had to give up, the artificial creamers, or even if you did regular half and half, you can't do that either. I ordered nut pods, and I was able to get those through Amazon. They may have them at your local grocery store. You can give that a try, but if not, they are on Amazon. So those were called nut pods, and they definitely helped me out. I would also add some cinnamon to my coffee. At first, if you're used to having sugar and milk or cream in your coffee, it's not going to taste the same. No, absolutely not. However, you do get used to it. And I mean, I drink my coffee black now. I always thought people that drink coffee black were crazy. And I was like, no way I'd ever be able to drink coffee black. And I do all the time, throughout the day, always. So, I'll occasionally put in some almond milk, but I don't need it. I don't need it at all. So you'd be surprised how I guess your taste buds change, or you just get accustomed to having things a different way. I was also the type of person that when someone would say a dessert was, too sweet, I would think, no such thing. That's crazy. Cheesecake Factory? Yes, I could eat it all, you know. But now I actually understand that because I don't have, as much sugar in my diet. And when I have something sweet like date, they make these nice little date rolls with shredded coconut on it. I can get at my grocery store. I mean, I think those are really sweet. So, fruit too will taste sweeter once you go through this, because you kind of just are resetting like how you taste food. So your taste buds will, I think, enjoy sweeter things better, I guess. Oh, and this I think is my top tip for anyone who drinks alcohol. And when you go through the Whole30, you cannot have any alcohol. So I don't know if there's a great time of the year to complete a Whole30. When I did mine last year, and I was going, we had an end of school year party, we had the July 4th party, and of course, people going out on boats, things like that, campfires. So people would say to me, "Oh my, why did you do it this time of year?" But I'm like, there's no good time of year, and I just want to feel good. So, what helped me to substitute for alcohol was kombucha, which is a fermented tea beverage. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of kombucha. All the grocery stores sell it. So just look at the different flavors. Make sure there's not a lot of added sugar in it. And there will be some sugar in it because I think it's needed to ferment the tea. But anyways, it really saved me at parties to not feel like an outcast. So I would bring my kombucha and put it in a red Solo cup, and I would sip on that throughout the party. And I didn't feel like I was missing out. And kombucha has a distinctive taste to it. Some are better than others, but it can be a little vinegary. And so when you sip on it, you almost feel like you're drinking an alcohol beverage. So I think that was one of my key tips for completing the Whole30. So basically, those are my things. Just take your photos, stick to the plan. You can do it. The hardest day for me was day 3. I felt horrible on day 3. I'll be very honest with you. I had a headache. I felt weak. I just felt icky. I don't know. I can't describe maybe a little nauseated. And I was just thinking, what would make me feel better? There was nothing that I really wanted to eat because I just thought everything that I can eat sounds really gross. And basically my advice to you is, well, eat whatever you can stomach that is compliant. Drink fluids, drink some water. And honestly, just power through it. It's, you can get through it. What happened to me was I went to bed because I just felt so tired and not well. And I fell asleep. And when I woke up on day 4, I felt normal again. I think that this could possibly last more than one day for some people. It really depends, I could think, on what your diet has been before. But to me, it was one day, and it was horrible. But I stuck with it and powered through it, and then I completed my 30 days, and I felt great. So if I can do it, you can do it. And I highly just recommend it because you'll just feel so much better. And eating nutrient dense foods just makes your body feel better, makes your mind feel better. And you only have one body. Treat it like you should. So I hope this was helpful. I plan to start another Whole30 tomorrow on my 1 year anniversary of my last Whole30. So I took a picture this morning to start my photo taking. And I'll do my measurements tomorrow, which I didn't do last time. And I'll be, completing a month of Whole30 just to kind of reset again, get things back on track. I enjoy how I'm eating right now, but I'm curious to see if at this weight, which I'm about like 149 right now, I think when I completed my previous Whole30, I was 147. So, my weight fluctuates a couple pounds here and there. So I'm curious to see if now when I do this Whole30, if I will lose more weight or if just my body composition will change. I know I'll feel good. And I hope that I can get through it a little easier than the first time since I've been sticking mostly to a paleo template this past year. So we'll see. I will post videos of how I'm doing with the Whole30. So if you're interested, you can subscribe to my channel and watch my journey and let me know how your journey's going. All right, have a great day.